bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye. Do you understand?
Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's Girl Destiny here and welcome back to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So Simone Biles' husband is getting a whole lot of heat on the internet for an interview he did. So what happened is that Simone and her husband, they went to this interview, but actually it was the husband that was being interviewed, and he was asked about how he was able to get her and all that, and he went on to tell the story how they met on social media, how she was the one that messaged him first, how she drove 45 minutes to just come and see him, and just went on to say a whole lot of things that has rubbed people the wrong way. But I feel like the clip I saw online were just kind of cut, like they just picked one or two pieces. So I kind of got that clip part where he was really talking and they were asking him, they had a whole lot of front and back question with the interviewers. And Simone, mind you, while this interview was going on, Simone was there listening to her husband. She was giggling. So guys, I need you guys to see this video that has gotten a whole lot of people, or interview that's got a whole lot of people angry. Let's hear what he has to say, then we'll come back and talk.
Been in so long. Bro, I gotta ask you, man. God damn, y'all boys scared. As us pretty red dimes as we are. How in the hell did you pull Simone Biles? And I love this football talk, bro. I gotta get to it. I'm over here rubbing my knees trying to ask this.
Hey, Chad, I wanted to tell him, he's talking about being looked over. Now, when the right people look at you.
Yeah, that's how
You know what I'm saying?
How did you do that, bro?
Man, it's really how she pulled me, man. That's the question.
Oh,
man.
Lord Jesus. Now you with Freddie. Now it's back. now you with
listen, I'm gonna tell you, organic story, man. So I just got to Houston. I probably have been to Houston 7 months. I was single at the time, you know, so I'm just living, being me and myself. And COVID had just hit, but I had just went to Arizona, and one of my boys was like, hey, man, you got to check out this app, you know? And I'm like, nah, I'll check it out. Like, what is it? It was called Raya at the time. So basically it's like a dating app, but, you know, you have to go through certain, like, criteria to make sure that you're who you are. So literally have been on the app for a couple of days, man, and it's like she pops up, and I'm like, let me see who this is. Gymnastics. I ain't never, you know, I never really paid attention to gymnastics, so it piqued my curiosity, you know. So I'm like, okay, I'll see what's up. I swiped her, and it said we matched. So I'm just like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna see what's up. So I go do my workout, and I come back, and I get like, I had some likes on my Instagram, you know, and I'm like, oh, this might be. I'm like, okay. So I see what's up, and then I still waited. I'm like, man, I'm gonna wait till I, you know, take a shower and everything. Then I come back to my phone, and then she messaged me on the app, like, hey, you know what I mean? And I'm, man, this gotta be fake. Like, I don't know. I didn't know who she was at the time, but like the first thing that I saw was that she just had a bunch of followers. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, she gotta be good. I promise you, I'm a real life story. When she won the Olympics, I was in college, and we didn't have NBC, we didn't have Olympic channels, and we're in camp. Late July, early August, so I'm not paying attention to, you know, so I never would have had a moment to where I would have watched, like, you know.
Jonathan, I'm gonna let you finish your story, man. Continue.
But like I was saying, man, she messaged me. This was like a Tuesday, and we texting back and forth, and then we hung out Friday, man. And we couldn't do much. Just COVID happened, everything was shut down. So she came through down to Houston. She lived in the suburbs, so she had to drive about 45 minutes to me. Then the rest is history, man. So
you was really the catch in.
I always say the men the catch, man. I always say we the catch, man.
Yeah, so she really booked you.
She did, though.
Is what you're saying.
Because I was fighting it.
So in truth, if I say this out loud, was Jonathan Owens ain't really want Simone Biles. Is what you're saying.
At the time,
that's what
I'm not gonna say that.
That's what you're saying.
I was afraid. I was afraid to commit. I'm like, man, this my third year, you know, I'm trying to, I'm like, it's kind of early. But, you know, like I said, man, it happened when you least expected. And we hung out, man, it was like we hit it off instantly. You know, we just laughed the whole night. Man, play, look, go ahead.
I really wanted to talk about football. Did you tell her you didn't know who she was?
Actually, my question to her was like, who's your competition? I didn't know nothing about gymnastics, so I'm just asking
Nobody.
her. Yeah, and that's what she's like, she told me, like, myself. That's the most vivid memory I have of that. She was like, myself. I'm like, nah, for real. Like, who do you compete with? She's like, you know, myself. Because most of the time it comes down to if I mess up or not. And I'm like, and the moment where I knew she was the real deal, we were going to, I think she had a gym invitational.
No,
I was milking.
Yo, went to get
milk and cookies, and #1 rated cookie spot. And it was so many. I think it was like a Sunday we went. It was all these moms, and they're there with their kids, and we walked past, and everybody stopped and just, kids are like shaking, and it was like, oh my God. And I'm like,
You thought it's because you thought you were fine, huh?
man, nah. This is funny. They asking me, they like, here, can you take this picture? And I'm like,
So, Jay, what you're doing right now is confirming that she is actually the best in the world at flipping the script.
she flipped.
She shot her shot.
She flipped. She did though. Because if she wouldn't have messaged me, chances are, like, I probably wouldn't have. I probably would just, mine would have went somewhere else and wouldn't have thought to, but she messaged me, and I mean, like I said, the rest is history, man. We
Honestly, in truth, Simone Biles is lucky.
For what?
Cause she took a chance. She lucky cause she wouldn't have all that. Jonathan said she wouldn't have all that.
Hey, now.
Cause he ain't had time.
Jonathan,
Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
All right.
We matched. I was just the first to message. As soon as I clicked, ooh, I like him, it matched. So he had already liked my profile, which that means
She
I was
always
just the first.
say we match
No,
first.
baby, we matched, but I was the first to message.
Yeah, you
I was so
messaged me. She messaged. She wasn't scared. I give it that.
I know what I like and I know what I want.
Y'all are young newlyweds. Don't let people bring that shit in y'all house. Don't let this man do that. Don't do that.
I'm not trying to bring no shit nowhere, Freddie. This man is of safety.
She's
He
only
will
the best on
never
the
be
planet.
as good as a safety as this little motherfucker is as a gymnast. You agree, bro?
You know what? He might, because the other day I said, you know what? In a couple years, nobody is gonna call him Simone Biles' husband. They'll call me Jonathan Owens' wife.
Speaking of, I don't know if you
That's
saw
so
it.
sweet.
Let me know what you think about that interview down in the comment section. Go ahead and share your thoughts. That interview has gotten a whole lot of people talking and has rubbed a whole lot of people the wrong way and the right way. So let me know what you think. What was your first feeling and reaction to it? Do you think he was trying to humble her? Do you think he was trying to downplay her achievement? Do you think he was trying to make her feel some type of way for chasing him, like try to play like she chased me, I didn't chase her? Do you think that was his intention? Let me know your thoughts. First, before I even go on to share other people's thoughts, I feel like sometimes be careful with where you go do your interview, especially when your intentions are pure. Just be very careful. Anyway, guys, let's go check out people's thoughts on this. Then I'll come back and share my own thoughts. So go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this conversation.
Simone Biles' husband is a walking red flag.
I always say we the man that catch, man. I always say we the catch. Yeah, so she really booked you.
She did though.
Is what you said.
Cause I was fighting it.
So
I was fighting it.
So
This man got into a relationship with Simone Biles, and he's acting like she's the one who should be lucky.
how in the hell did you pull Simone Biles? And how did you do that, bro? Man, it's really how she pulled me, man. That's the question. He pops up, and I'm like, let me see who this is. Gymnastics, I ain't never, I never really paid attention to gymnastics, so I didn't know who she was at the time, but like the first thing that I saw was that she just had a bunch of followers. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, she got to be good. I promise you, I'm a real life story. When she won the Olympics, I was in college, and we didn't have NBC, we didn't have Olympic channels, and we're in.
I just don't believe that he didn't know who Simone Biles was. Like, think that he has a little bit of jealousy towards his wife. Listen to this.
It was all these moms, and they're there with their kids, and we walked past, and everybody stopped, and just kids are like shaking, and it's like, oh my God, and I'm like.
You thought it's because you thought you were fine, huh?
Man, nah. This is funny. They asking me. They like, here, can you take this picture? And I'm like. So,
He centered so much of their love story around the fact that she chased him.
because if she wouldn't have messaged me, chances are, like, I probably wouldn't have. I probably was just, mine would have went somewhere else and wouldn't have thought to, but she messaged me, and
We've all been here where we're all just like, googly eyes for, you know, a mediocre man who doesn't actually like see us as a person. And it's so easy to just be like, oh my goodness, he can do no wrong and make a lot of excuses. Kind of look at that type of talk as funny or endearing. He was low-key dissing her multiple times in this interview. And men do this all the time. If you read between the lines of this podcast interview, it's just like actually sad more than anything. Also, he made her drive to see him. This is crazy to me because if a guy actually wants to see you, he's going to go the distance to see you. I went on a date with a guy that drove 2 hours. 2 hours. It was a 4-hour round trip to go on a first date with me, a coffee date. I have no judgment towards Simone at all. I think that this is just like very common in a lot of relationships. It's just like insane that a man that is married to Simone Biles would talk like that. Like, the enthusiasm was not there. People have way more enthusiasm for talking about their pets than he did talking about his wife. And I'll say it, I listened to the podcast and I really loved his story. He was very vulnerable. He seems like a good guy, but I am just so bothered by the way that he's talked about Simone in this. There are so many men who are okay with their baseline of happiness just being so low. So they'll stay in relationships with people that they don't actually like that much. And I think a lot of men just aren't happy, and instead of, you know, being honest with that with their partner, they're just mean. I don't doubt for a second that he loves her. I do wonder, like, how much does he like her, like Simone as a person? I just wish that he would talk about that more. I'm also just tired of men being so unenthusiastic about the person that they're with. I'm like, if you don't feel excited and happy to tell people about your partner or your relationship, when you love someone or even just something, when you talk about it, you're able to like feel it from the other person. It's just like, oh my goodness, this person loves that thing, and you know it for sure. And you don't have to question it at all. But this man is making us all question, does he even like her? And that means that his enthusiasm to be with Simone Biles is too low. Anyways, if I'm ever in a relationship with a man who has any sort of tone close to this when talking about me or our relationship, I'll just go find a different one, because this type of tone, this type of attitude, not it.
Bruh, as us pretty red dimes as we are, how in the...
I don't have my wig on, so I'm going to just talk with my hands because I'm pissed. This man basically just called himself and another man pretty red dimes. Y'all men, some of y'all men be wanting to be some bad bitches so bad. That is unattractive, man. And it's just so disrespectful for him to laugh. He just disrespected your whole girl in front of you. He basically just called your girl ugly right in front of you, and you didn't defend her at all. And you laughed. This man literally is basically telling you to your face that you look better than your girl. It's giving sassy. It's giving, like, come on, man. I'm about to go grab y'all some purses and some lipstick.
The way this unknown man sat there and tried to humble his wife, Simone Biles, the most decorated gymnast in history, Simone Biles. In the words of Adele, divorce, babes, divorce. The way he sat up in this interview and let another man ask, so is it safe to say that you didn't really want Simone Biles? And you sat there and laughed about your wife? The way you so proudly say that you had her drive 45 minutes to come see you on the first date? The way you sat up in this interview talking about you're the prize and that you didn't know who she was? You are a whole athlete, sir. You don't know who one of the greatest athletes on this planet right now is? Like, be for real. A man who tries to humble someone, his wife, like that, that's a man who is very insecure and has no business being married, let alone to Simone Biles. Divorce, babes. Draft them papers, and I really hope you have a prenup.
Y'all keep tagging me and asking me to speak on Simone Biles' husband's interview, and I'm getting ready to ruffle some of y'all tail feathers what I'm going to say.
I don't think that y'all problem with his interview really is the interview. From the time she showed who she was dating and marrying, the real problem is y'all have associated athletes to a specific type of woman that they like. And usually those are biracial or women who are not black, and they fit a specific aesthetic, right? And because Simone Biles does not, since the time they went public with the relationship, you've been trying to find a reason as to why he really don't want her for real. This interview is nothing more than y'all trying to confirm a bias that you already had in your mind. You picking the interview apart and trying to confirm in your mind why you already felt like he really didn't want her, right? So you pulling things apart like him saying he didn't know who she was. Maybe he didn't know who she was. You know how many athletes I don't know who they are? I don't care about athletes. I don't do my homework on them. Could be standing beside them in Target and wouldn't know who they are. Don't care. So it's very believable that he couldn't know who she is if he don't pay attention to Olympics, right? Then next thing I kept hearing y'all upset about the fact that he thinks he's a prize. I mean, let's be honest. He's a professional athlete and he is attractive. You can argue in my comment section amongst other women as to whether or not you don't think he's attractive, but he is. He is an attractive man and he's a professional athlete. You know how many women he probably have trying to get at him? If he think that he the prize, he'd have every right to think so. You know why? Because he falls in the top 1% of men for two different reasons. His looks, his money, his status. He falls into it for multiple different reasons. So if he thinks that he's the prize, he wouldn't be wrong in thinking that, right? A lot of people think that they the prize. That's not limited to just women. Not only women can think that they the prize. If somebody think that they're a good catch and they bring things to the table that's valuable, they can think that they the prize. It's funny how it's okay to speak life into your son and tell him that, you know, he gonna be a heartbreaker, women will be happy to get him and all this kind of stuff. But when you meet somebody else's son who's sure of himself and don't need your validation, then it's problematic and you don't like it and then he's sassy. I say all of that to bring this back home to the original point, which is y'all have just been looking for a reason to pull apart their relationship because you don't believe in it. You do not believe that a man like him would want a Simone Biles. And that's the end of the story. So you have been waiting on an interview for him to say something that would validate your feelings that you already had about their relationship. I don't know whether or not their relationship gonna work or not, but what I do know is y'all didn't believe in it in the first place, right? You already thought he had a hidden agenda as to why he's with her. So this interview is just more of y'all trying to confirm a bias that you already had about it.
Simone, we don't want you ending up like Kiki. We don't want you ending up like Cardi B. We don't want you ending up like Tiana. Do you see the pattern? As someone that used to date a narcissistic, insecure, egotistical psychopath, let me break down what this really meant. And I don't need nobody getting on my ass. I have some real talk here. When he says that you pulled him in, what he means by that, by under our current social beauty standards, Simone Biles, you're beautiful, but under those social beauty standards, you're not conventionally attractive. Meaning most men won't find you physically attractive until they hear about that money that you got, until they hear about that status that you got. Mind you, we already told you, we don't even know this man's name, which is why we know his career ain't popping off like that. Now, personally, I think he's okay looking, but under social beauty standards, he's conventionally attractive. That's why he feels that he is the prize, even though we don't know his name. And I know it's said in here, but I'm gonna forget it. I haven't even taken the time to remember it. You feel me? So Simone, I love you, but leave that man and get some real friends in your life that will talk to you like I'm talking to you right now. Okay?
You know what? I be trying to mind my business, but I can't sit this one out. As a black woman, I can't sit this one out. Boy, you will not convince me, nor will you convince anybody else that you were the only person on earth who did not know who Simone Biles was. You just won't. Please go ahead with that. Second of all, you could play for, you be out here getting your ass cooked in football. We don't even know for real how many more seasons you gonna have. Let's just be real. You are sitting next to literal history. She don't have to ever do nothing else again. Statues will be erected of her. You can be replaced by tomorrow. She's literally one of one. And you set your monkey head ass up here talking about, I'll be like, I'm surprised how she pulled me. Like your ego just wouldn't let you boost her up. All the grown men in the room know how big of a deal it is to have her, your prize, on your arm as your wife. But you had to make sure to knock her down a few notches, to try to humble her. This obsession with humbling black women, I'm sick of it. I'm disgusted, and this is why I had to say something. Simone, baby, let me tell you something. I never tell nobody to leave their man. People gonna do that they have to do that on their own. Look at Serena Williams. Look at TT Serena, the greatest athlete of all time. Baby, whoever got a problem with me saying that, go argue with your bald head ass mama. Look at what she's doing and why she's moving the way that she's moving. It's a lady on here that said, you either gonna have standards or you gonna have a man. And let me tell you, these bandits, and y'all know what I'm talking about, they are embarrassing. For sure. You ain't gonna have no standards with them. You ain't gonna be able to have none with them. Move around. Now, if you decide that later on down the road that this ain't for you, which, because we seeing the red flags now, and I wanted to like this. I wanted to love this. I support this. I'll be like, oh my goodness, I love it. Soon as they start talking, you start to see. Yeah. Let me tell you, you are one of one, Simone. Everything that you've been through, everything that you've accomplished, literally greatness, literally history walking, forever. Like, I feel sick. I feel disgusted. I feel like I'm going to cry. Like, he really set up there. And she's smiling ear to ear. Love him. Get out this. Yeah, okay. Whatever. That's all I came to say. I can't do it. I'm over it.
Oh, child. poor Tink Tink. They're not gonna last. He's too insecure. It's unfortunate. She is fighting. She's gonna hold on as long as she can, but his ego is not gonna be able to withstand her celebrity. She is she's a legend. She's a superstar. This woman was on a Wheaties box. Takes a special type of man to be the background to her foreground. It does. And I'm sorry, but Jonathan and his small braids, he ain't got it. She's going to hold on because she has some abandonment issues, childhood trauma. I think she got some issues with her color too, but I'm not for certain. No, because it's giving very much Simone Biles' husband. And already she talking about, oh, just call me Jonathan Owens' wife. No, we're not. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that, ma'am. No, he doesn't deserve.
Child, I'm embarrassed for Simone Biles, and I don't even know the woman.
Why are so many people stitching this video of Simone Biles' husband? I am truly confused. His interview is being deemed as disrespectful, but it just sounds like it's a recount of how Simone Biles bagged him. What y'all mad about? He said, in his opinion, that he thinks men are the catch. I don't see the issue with that because I feel like I'm a fucking catch. That sounds like an opinion. You don't think women are a catch? Like, what y'all mad for that that's his opinion? He said Simone Biles drove 45 minutes to see him. But you know you've done that before. Stop it. If you like a nigga, you want to see him, you're going to make a way to fucking do it. And that's what she did. He said in the beginning he wasn't checking for her. He wasn't looking to be in a relationship. He's about to graduate college or finish college and go in the NFL. He wasn't checking. He wasn't trying to be in a relationship. What's the problem? That does not mean that Simone Biles is not his type or that he doesn't want to fuck her. It sounds like she was able to show him her value and he chose to, instead of be with hoes in the streets, to be with her. How are y'all getting that him saying he didn't know who Simone Biles was is disrespectful when this man is about to be in the NFL? He's busy and everybody don't know everybody, and it's okay.
Like, you know Simone Biles, and that's good for you. But if I weren't on social media or if I weren't paying attention, I probably wouldn't know who she was either. In fact, she's the only gymnastics player who, besides that Gabby girl. She's the only one. So get off this man's dick. She got the ring. Where is your ring at? Let me see your ring.
How did you do that, bro?
Man, it's really how she pulled me, man.
I want nothing more than to hear Drew's opinion on this video. If you haven't seen it already, this is Simone Biles' husband. His name's Jonathan Owens, but better known as Simone Biles' husband. This man had the nerve in this video to say that he was the catch and Simone chased after him. This man is in the NFL and didn't play until week 7 of the season. He's saying he's the catch. And Simone Biles is the most decorated gymnast in history, mind you. He has 23 gold medals, 6 all-around women's championship titles. But yeah, sure, you're the catch. Right on.
Please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this story and the conversation down in the comment section. Do you think he was trying to humble her? Go down in the comment section and share your thoughts, but please keep it respectful. You're on the channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. So please, let's be respectful as always, okay? So for me, I kind of get the undertone. I feel like, for me personally, he didn't say anything directly disrespectful or anything, but for me, I just feel like there was no excitement about him having her as a wife. Like, you know, that's how you talk about somebody that you love and there's this old spark. You can't, like, you just want to, like, talk about the person. And even sometimes, because you love the person and you know maybe if you say something, the person might look a certain way, you hold those things back. Him talking about, oh, how she was the one that swiped left and found out they were in match. Like, almost trying to say that, oh, she was the one that liked him first. Oh, she was the one that drove 45 minutes to come and see him. Oh, she was... For me, I just felt like, I'm not saying any of those things are wrong, but in the type of climate we live in, like, I am of the opinion that if everybody can just really be honest about how they feel and who they connect with, just be honest rather than play mind games and emotional games. Just be direct and do what you want to do. If you feel like texting somebody, text the person. If you feel like calling the person, call the person. I'm an advocate for that, but because of the type of mind games that people are playing, you just have to play the mind games with them too, because, why would you say that? And in the entire interview, there was really nothing, or will I say the entire interview where they were talking about Simone, there was no place where he was trying to, like, uplift her, like, make up, like, that. For me, that's where I gave him the side eye, like, you're talking about your girl, you're talking about your wife. But what do I know? What do I know? I might just be reading the situation wrongly. That's just, but for me, I'm just giving him the side I like. But I know there's nothing wrong with someone hitting him first. Like, why? Maybe she's someone like me that don't like playing the mind games. She likes someone. She's going to say, I like you. She's going to chase a man if she likes the man and see where it goes. Maybe she's that type of person that she doesn't want to play mind games. Maybe she's that type of person. She knows exactly what she wants and she will go. But if a man is showing you certain signs, we've seen how men start getting jealous of their wives. I know that we've seen it with Tiana. We've seen it with Kiki. Like, hope she's okay. Hope she's, like, she really knows who she is married to, because some of these men might just be all with you, but when they lie, sometimes they can't stand when a woman is more successful than them. They just can't stand it. And I hope this is not the case. I hope so. Anyway, guys, please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts, but please keep it respectful. Here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. We have amazing conversations, so go on and share your thoughts. Please don't forget to share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation, so go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that will be you supporting your girl. With that all said, guys, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.